Did the 70s sci-fi comedy A Boy and His Dog depict a future 2024 that reflects where we are in society today, or does it totally miss the mark? Welcome to the 10-Second Film School. I'm Prof. Linus. Thanks for tuning in. For this video, I want to draw your attention to a really curious sci-fi film from the 70s titled A Boy and His Dog. Directed by L.Q. Jones, written by Harlan Ellison, the writer who penned the Star Trek episode City on the Edge of Forever. Released in 1975, it depicts a futuristic world 49 years into the future from the time it was made, so it is set in the year 2024. I was pleasantly surprised by this film, and it does have a very lo-fi Star Trek vibe to it in parts. It stars a very young Don Johnson, Jason Robards, Suzanne Benton. Don Johnson was about 26 at the time of filming. As far as story goes, it depicts a time after a hypothetical World War IV. The movie begins quickly, in medias res, with action and important events already having taken place. For all the budget limitations, I gotta say this movie is pretty well crafted. I really like the post-apocalyptic gym that's been converted into a shelter. The aesthetic here seems very similar to that of Day of the Dead. As far as depicting a world similar to actual 2024, to its credit, I would say that the film showed an underdeveloped future that does seem close to our reality as far as commodities go. We still drive vehicles that look like this, rubber tires and all, and our guns are projectile weapons, no lasers like we see in a lot of futuristic projections. The film is also sophisticated in that it's fairly self-referential. Self-referential movies are films where the characters refer to the film you are watching or comment on the filmmaking and film-going experience. Characters at one point sit down and watch a movie, which we, as the audience, seem to be watching as well. And the boy's talking dog comments that the film would be better with popcorn. By the way, if anyone knows why the dog calls his master Albert, even though that's not the character's name in the film, do let me know in the comments below. Aspects of the film that are thankfully different than our actual 2024. The world nuclear apocalypse depicted in the movie is hopefully not to be a reality in our lifetimes. Topeka, Kansas is still alive and well, and there aren't androids and mutants lurking around in a subterranean environment, evocative of Beneath the Planet of the Apes. On a side note, the movie never explains why the characters in the underground biosphere are in whiteface and live in a strangely backward and rural world. The novel, on which this movie is based, goes into more detail on that if you wish to read it. The vibe I got from this movie was similar to Punishment Park from 1971, which makes sense. That movie was made just 4 years before this film. By the way, if you have not checked out Punishment Park, I highly recommend it. It's a pseudo-documentary directed by Peter Watkins. It's almost like a War of the Worlds of the 70s, except the threat is the US government. The whole movie is shot and designed to make you think like it's actually happening. Anyway, back to A Boy and His Dog. This interesting but not so family-friendly movie was released on Blu-ray in 2013, but you can watch it for free on Freevee as of this recording. Its influence on stories such as Mad Max and Fist of the North Star are readily apparent, and it has had its hand in resurrecting the 1950s, 1960s post-apocalyptic nuclear survival tropes that have fueled video game world building, such as seen in the Fallout series, Metro 2033, and Wasteland 3. Check out this movie if this video jazzes you. What other movies do you know that were set in 2024? Comment below and share your thoughts. Hi everyone. If you liked what you saw, please follow me at the social media accounts you see on the screen. If you wish to show more support, I will also include a link to my Patreon page and a link to purchase my new classroom textbook. Thank you so much again for visiting, and don't forget to subscribe.